morning, everybody. Sorry about that start. So this morning we are starting in our normal place. The weather has been a bit wet overnight, but not raining like it was yesterday morning. God, it was awful yesterday. I don't know if anyone was with me. It was absolutely horrendous yesterday. The city does look a lot calmer today as well, actually. So it looks like we're going to have a positive morning. We're doing this in a landscape this morning as opposed to portrait. Now, this is for me as well, actually, because if I don't do much sort of vlogging with a proper DJI either action or pocket today, what I'll probably do is use some of this material as well. And also it gives you guys a bit of a different perspective as well, I think, when you do it like this. I don't do it that often because it doesn't seem like it's that well received. I guess a lot of people sort of watch on their phone or tablet, whatever, and it's not as well received as if you sort of do it in the portrait position. Anyway, first thing I'll point out to you is the sea. So much calm this morning. Again, if you were with me yesterday, it was rocking and rolling yesterday. It was so rough. It was unreal. It really was. So this is a lot calmer. So again, we'll make our way around the path here, which brings us sort of round to where sort of our hotel is, and then we sort of feed our way around the bay, as it were. See, this being the first of 3 beaches, and this being the third beach, the smallest of the 3. Hopefully that weather out there is what's gone by, as opposed to what's coming. I have worked out the weather seems to come from over the top of the hotel, actually. Well, certainly the whole time we've been here, I know it's changed, of course, but that's where it's been coming from whilst we've been in. So yeah, this is the view from the top, sort of the top of this little path. Actually, waves do look a little bit more sort of rougher here than they were around that side, but not a lot. So yeah, it's still quite early. What are we now? I am late to I didn't set my alarm last night. And then I was sort of watching a little bit of this space shuttle launch. And then Trump came on, making his speech as well. Sort of felt like I was up for a few hours in the middle of the night. And I know those that know me will know. I do that a lot. Stuff that I watch. But yeah, I feel pretty shattered this morning, if I'm honest. So, this is our hotel, coming from the right hand side. That they do have to be paid for. I know that probably sounds like the funny thing to say, but it's very clear. We were going on to the beach the other day. We were working, use one of the solids. There was a guy. We don't bother us laying in the sand anyway, so. That's the sort of front of the hotel. Most of the rooms almost sea views. Or side seaway view. Sea view, side views. God, put my teeth in there, guys. Blimey. So as we make our way sort of now round the second beach, which you'll see when I make the turn in a moment, it's here. We have had some rain again overnight though. So we definitely are rock and roll. I'll just make sure the live was definitely working after dropping my phone. But it is definitely working this morning. I had this problem. Well, as soon as I go to landscape, you don't get as many views. And it doesn't bother me this morning with this, because this is sort of being used as a little bit of a record of where we're being and everything. So now in the other vlog I did of the walkthrough, as it were, we did walk out onto the pontoon. I'm not going to do that. We did it yesterday morning as well, actually, when it was actually pouring with rain. So we've been out there a couple of times, so we're not going to do that. That wasn't yesterday, was it? That was the day before. Oh, we've had some adventures on these ones, haven't we? I tell you. Best time of the day, guys, to come out for a stroll. You very rarely see many people. The only people you see normally are fellow dog walkers. Obviously, I haven't got my dog, but you know what I'm saying. And also joggers. That's it. And it's a great time to be out, alone with your thoughts and everything else. So this is Thursday, the 2nd of April today. We've got 3 more days here, and the weather is supposed to be good now for the next few days. So hopefully that is going to be the case. So yeah, we are now sort of in between the 2nd and the 3rd beach. So if you continue down there, you go out towards the pontoon. Yesterday you saw that. I've done it on my vlogs as well. That's coming out. So I've vlogged that a couple of times now. So just continue round. As I say, doing this in that landscape this morning, not portrait. So this gives a bit of a different perspective for those that watch it live. I'll probably revert to portrait again tomorrow. I need to do a bit of research actually because I've been led to believe there's actually a castle somewhere here in Paguera. So I wonder whether that might be worth going to have a look at some stage. Depends if it's in walking distance because if it's going to be hot over the next few days or hotter, I don't know whether we're going to be able to do sort of loads of walks. So see where it is. Go from there. Now we're coming up to what I've described to you as the steepest hill in Paguera, probably one of the steepest hills I think I've ever walked down. So steep, so they put a handrail in. Don't know if that's coming out very well on the camera, but it's quite a drop. And I'm not trying to manipulate it either with the angle of the gimbal either. I've not done anything. As I say, they've even got a handrail here, so it's no joke. And I said to Julia, I don't think really want to be walking up this one. I'd rather walk up the ones where the steps are, get a little bit more traction and whatever. Because I tell you what, it is. I'm leaning back, trying to avoid falling forward. Okay, so now we're on the main beach, and it winds its way all the way around. It's quite a long sort of path, this one. It gives you a nice stroll in the morning. Usually works out to about 1.5 to 2 miles, just depends on exactly which way I go. So, it was a nice day yesterday actually. To the cathedral. It was nice to get out and do something different. Um, we all come on holiday to sort of do different things, and if the weather had been kind or kinder more often whilst we've been here, morning, I think I would have been, or we would have been, more likely to sort of be on the beach or on the sunbeds, whatever. When it's sort of a bit wishy-washy like it's been, you sort of try and find things to do. But to be fair, guys, we had always planned to go to the market Tuesday and the cathedral on Wednesday. So those two things were sort of penciled in our brains. Which is how it's going to be. Just rest and recreation now. We will go to the shops. Whether I'll be able to record much of that, I don't know. We do need to get a couple of bits, nothing major. Yeah, it was quite nippy when I came out. I only got my shorts on. Actual fact, it's not actually that bad, guys, now. I know I've been walking for a while, but it's only 15 minutes. But yeah, I think it is beginning to sort of warm up slowly but surely, actually. And that's the view out to sea. And that's the weather that you see in the distance that came through last night. What do people think? I know there's not many people watching. It's been very sort of sporadic this morning. Maybe I'll do it to Parliament tomorrow because usually I get more people watching. last Friday, and obviously the portrait as well. But do we prefer doing a stroll when it's quite like this, where you sort of you get left alone and you can see things at your own pace, but you don't really feel the life and bustle of the place? Or do we prefer sort of coming out a bit later when there's more people around and seeing the place? It's sort of a living state. I don't know how I feel either way. It doesn't bother me now. You know, sometimes I find it more difficult to talk when there's loads of people around. I would agree with that and accept, but there are ways around that. You can, and I did it on a vlog that's coming out probably next week now, actually. When we were on the bus coming back from Palma yesterday, I couldn't really talk because it was quite noisy on the bus and there's people around you. But when I did the editing, I did a lot of voiceover stuff. So you sort of understood what was happening and stuff like that. And it works quite well, so it's not as if you can't do things with the editing suites, to be honest with you. But I would be very interested in finding out at some stage where this castle is, because if it's sort of only a bit, you know, up these steps here, for example, which are quite steep, I've not spoken about them before, then it's not too bad. But yeah, I might look into that properly when I get back to the hotel, do a little bit of research, see what's what. Again, it's just something else to do and see. This is where we came for James's birthday meal on Tuesday night. Very nice, very well looked after. So they are some really steep steps. It's not really coming out on the camera actually, but they are quite steep over there. It'd just be interesting to know where it is, if it's not too far away. And also getting some more views as well. Anyway, we'll look into that. And I always forget at times, I'm used to doing loads of walking now, whereas the other two, whilst I think they're both fitter than me, they're not used to walking like I am, to be honest with you. So we're going to go this way this morning. We're going to change it up a little bit. These steps look a lot more kinder than the other ones. Shallower steps, which is and literally, guys, all we've done, if you've been with me on the live strolls prior, is we've cut the corner. We usually come out near where that traffic light is, sort of in the distance down there. I don't know if that's coming out. That's where we normally come out. So now I'm afraid it's a reasonable incline all the way back towards the hotel. But at least the path is not bad. It's not uneven, nothing like that. Although all this, if you believe the sort of tourist board, is all going to be picked up at the end of the season. Doing exactly what they're doing, sort of further down our end. I think the landlords and landladies may have a lot to say about it, because that was supposed to be done by the 31st of March, the first phase. It's now the 2nd of April. I kid you not, guys. There's loads to do still. Anyway, won't be a problem, but just a comment as a tourist, you don't want to come here when it's like that, and it would have been nice had it been done by the end of March as it was planned. We were here as of the when did we come? 29th, was it? Of March, so we still would have got the back end of it. Look, it was still going on. But it wouldn't have bothered us too much. But it's just, it's just annoying not being able to do a complete circle because of this path. So this is one of the bus stops along here, of which there are two along this little section. And then the next one is a bit further round. There's some people coming along with suitcases. I'm trying to get the bus back to the airport, I suspect. So it seems quite a lot of bus route is here to Palma and the airport and also other places, I would imagine. Now, what I have noticed here, and again, this is just an observation, not a criticism, is it's mostly what I've heard, German nationality here. Again, that is not a criticism, that is just an observation. It doesn't bother us in the slightest. In fact, Julia even, speaks a little German, so she can sometimes understand what's being said, other times, absolutely not. So, yeah, it's not a problem for us. We're sort of very quiet people, really. Keep ourselves to ourselves. And yeah, we do have a chat with people from time to time, but we're quite happy sort of in our own little bubble, as it were. You wouldn't think that when I do this every morning, would you? But the funniest time I've ever had sort of doing this is actually on a cruise last year, where I was doing lives every morning, I was vlogging every day, I was running the Facebook channel for the cruise as well. And people were just coming up to me saying, "Oh, hi, you're Jonathan, how are you? Nice to meet you," all this stuff. And I found it quite, I don't think I'm a shy person, but I did find it a little bit, not intimidating, that's not the word I'm looking for. Humbling, because, sort of, these people feel like they know you, but really you don't know them. It's just, many people that watch on the channel or sort of on Facebook, gathering information, stuff like that. And yeah, it was quite an eye opener actually, to be honest. Anyway, so coming up to as far as we can walk along the boulevard, although we can sort of get around a little bit further. And I'll show you what I can show you of what's going on. It is bin day. I've not seen the dust carts out and about, so to be fair, but this is sort of the beginning of the first phase. Just be careful, guys. Reference: these tiles do get very slippery. I'm sure there's a song about that. We know there is, guys. And this stuff even more. So yeah, just be careful. It might be quite difficult for me to video anything because there's a couple of workers just here, but I'm going to anyway. If I do it here, they might not notice. So this is sort of the first phase all the way along. You can see exactly what's going on. All the way down to where our hotel is. We don't hear any of it. And obviously the work is ongoing. But yeah, I just feel sorry for the restaurants and shops and stuff like that that are along here, to be honest. Just put something out on the Facebook site later on tomorrow. See if anybody knows where the watch the Man City Liverpool match on Saturday. I haven't actually seen any bars sort of showing football or anything. They must be about, they must exist. But yeah, I just haven't seen anywhere. Whether the hotel might be showing it, I don't know. Sometimes when you ask people in these countries, I think they sort of tell you what you want to hear, and you say, yeah, and then when you sort of gear yourself up for watching it, oh, there's a problem with satellite. But really, they were never showing it anyway. Had that so many times. So, if we remember at the beginning, sort of back to where we began. Again, cloudy starts. I'm not seeing the sunrise, and you'll see where it's coming from. We've got a couple more chances, haven't we, with this wretched sunrise in the morning. Um, so it's very annoying that I've not been able to bring you that. And sunset the other night was absolutely beautiful. Got that in its entirety. Again, more steps, just need to be aware, guys, along here. But I don't think we're going to get a sunrise. Certainly not this morning, anyway. Tomorrow or Saturday, I've got every faith we're going to get it. I've been saying it every morning to you. And every morning I've been let down by Mother Nature. Well, hopefully we won't be. Tomorrow Saturday is supposed to be the best day. People go by as well. So yeah, this is the map, and you've got that on all three beaches. Gives you an idea of where things are, the different flags as well. I'm still confused by this one, the red and green one. Exceptional peril. Yeah. So you can see where the sun is going to be rising from. It's going to come right over top of the hotel. But as I say, with these clouds as they are, we're just not going to see it. So, real shame this morning. But I hope it's fine. Or Saturday. One or the other. Every faith. And even on Saturday, because I'm not actually going to do a live Saturday, I'm going to be doing my hotel review on Saturday. We can walk around with the pocket 3 or Ocean 4. And hopefully it's kind as it's supposed to be. So it'll be the pocket 3 probably. But I will go live if we see it. And we'll do it because I've been promising it all week. So hopefully we can still join that for that. But that's where it's coming from. That corner there. Right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been quite a morning for viewing this morning. I knew it would be like that, doing it in landscape. Never worries me, never bothers me. Hope you've enjoyed, and we'll reconvene tomorrow.